back. So, as you can tell, I'm wearing the same shirt, hair's done the same. I'm doing all these reviews the same day, but gonna throw them up different times throughout the week. So yeah, like I said in my first video, I'm gonna be doing quite a few reviews in the next little bit, um, mainly on the three bows and their setups with three different sights, three different rests, and then I'll have some arrow reviews coming up, and a few other things. But so this is the third and final sight. So this bow is my, of course, a prime rival, set up with a HHA Kingpin, the Optimizer Light Kingpin to be precise, and the Trophy Taker Smackdown Pro. So this sight, like the Black Gold, is also a single pin. So this is the bow that I hunted with this last year, and it was great. I loved this bow, and I did really like the sight. It was my first time hunting with a single pin, so this one, I honestly was really curious about these sights. They were at the Total Archer Challenge and got my hands on them, and I liked some of the features on there. Some of them I wasn't a huge fan of, but overall I was very impressed with this sight. So yeah, to start off, it is a single pin. It's a very bright pin. I don't know if you can see that pin or not. It is really bright. It is a wheel dial for your yardage, just like the Spot Hog. And it does also have that dial, that weird shaped piece. If you spin that, let's see if I can do it right here. Sorry, doing this all one-handed again. If you spin this dial, so it's loose, this knob right here will be your left and right. So, and it's one click is a eighth of an inch at 20 yards. So you can make your left and right adjustment on the fly with no tools, just like the Spot Hog. The Black Gold, you did have to use an Allen wrench. This one with that dial is set up just the same as the Spot Hog, where it comes with a set of tapes, and you have to shoot 20 and 60, and then they're each a little bit different. This one you shoot 20 and 60 and figure out where they're at, the numbers. If your 20 is at whatever number it is, then you roll it down and shoot your 60. You subtract your 60 number from your 20 number, and that number sight tape is the number you put on. So on mine here, I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't think you can. It's number 44, just as a reference. The Spot Hog is basically the same thing. You shoot them both 20 and 60, so you can do it very easy on the fly there. They both came with a bunch of different sight-in tapes, so you can redo it if you change arrows, or if you're hunting at a different spot in your elevation. Just goes way out of whack with going up high in the mountains or whatever. You can resight it in very quick. Does have a dampener in there, one of those Matthews dampeners. I don't really know if that's necessary or not, and then it does have your third axis adjustments on there. You can also get this in what they call the tournament edition, where it does have the dovetail, and I wish I would have done that, because I'm not a big fan of the sights that have those three bars necessarily. They do it so that you can put it in different spots for height, for clearance. This sight tape, all of their sight tapes go from 20 down to 100, and on this sight I'm barely clearing. I think like 95 is my max on this particular one. This one I did have concerns as well, that some of these gears, especially I don't know what you would call it, those gold teeth for when you're rolling your sight, that if they got gummed up or anything, or if branches or dirt got in there, that it would start grinding, or just get stuck. Um, I never had that happen, but it was always a concern of mine. And then the other thing I didn't really like is having that little L-shaped piece in there. That is your zero stop. I could never get that to be exactly at zero. Um, but it was just something I just had to play with, and I'm very particular on my sights, and I'm always watching them to make sure that I roll it back, because I've done that once or twice, and after you do that, you make sure you always check your sights. Um, there was one other thing the actual sight tapes. For this bow, I resighted it in 3 different times, and I got the same number every single time. But after I got past 25 yards, for some reason, the sight tape was always a yard off. So for me, if I'm shooting like Vegas, I use this exact setup with my whole hunting arrows and everything. I had to roll it to 21 for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the weight of the arrows or what it was. But this thing is tuned and timed perfect, and for some reason that's just how it always was. And I even went as far as calling HHA and talking to them about it, and it's just kind of one of those things. But with these circular wills on there, there's not a program that you can do a sight tape like the Black Gold, which that's one thing I forgot to mention. The Black Gold is great because you can do a bunch of different sight tape programs, which I am a fan of. All the Black Golds I've had, I've never had one be off. So overall, it's a great sight. I think the price point on this, I can't remember exactly what it is. I think they're kind of spendy, up there with the Spot Hogg. I would recommend the other two probably before this one. But overall, I am satisfied with this sight, but it hasn't been my absolute favorite out of the 3. So that's my 2 cents on the 3 different sights. If anyone has any other questions, look me up on Facebook or Instagram, and yeah, let me know what you think.